Hey everybody, welcome back to another walkthrough on the channel. As you guys voted for it, I'm going to be playing through the entirety of the Devil May Cry games. But I'm not going to be alone in this. I'm going to be joined by my lovely and beautiful co-host, Celeste. Say hello to our lovely viewers.
Hey guys, thank you RMX, thanks for having me. Also, forgive my voice because I am suffering from a cold, so I'll be sniffling between sentences, or probably I sound a bit nasally. So anyway, it's nearing its second week, so it's not as bad as it began, but yeah, I still have a cold. But anyway, with this being spontaneous and about Devil May Cry 3, thoughts of this game. So yeah,
Through, we're going to be messing around and having some fun as Devil May Cry fans, just having fun and playing through these games. Isn't that right?
but anyway,
So yeah, let's get into this with Devil May Cry 3.
alright.
Right indeed.
Okay, so yep, we're starting. We should have played as Arkham.
God no, how would that moveset even work?
You've heard of it, haven't you? The legend of Sparta? When I was young, my father would tell me stories about it. Long ago, in ancient times, a demon rebelled against his own kind for the sake of the human race. With his sword, he shut the portal to the demonic realm and sealed the evil entities off from our human world. But since he was a demon himself, his power was also trapped on the other side. I never believed it. I thought it was just a child's fairy tale. But I discovered that this so-called legend wasn't a myth at all. Sparta existed. How do I know? Well, I met the sons of Sparta. Both of them. Though the same blood of their father flowed through their veins, the two battled each other fiercely like arch-enemies. It seemed as if they derived some sort of twisted pleasure from this brotherly fighting. But in the end, only one was left standing.
Sorry, not open for business yet. I haven't even picked a name for this joint, and I'm already getting calls. You a customer too? Well, if you want to use the bathroom, help yourself. The toilet's in the back.
Is your name Dante, son of Sparta?
Where did you hear that?
From your brother. He sent this invitation for you. Please, accept it.
Invitation, huh? This party's getting crazy. Let's rock.
John, just kidding.
Better be. You know how hard that would be to play as him?
I mean,
Absolutely not. I know that noise.
remake of Devil May Cry 3, have Arkham playable.
Oh, don't give Capcom ideas.
Whatever.
Also, I think
Crazy.
we have the basic style switching and stuff
Oh,
like
man.
that, so we gotta get customized. Maybe we
okay.
can switch it. Plus, you have the badass opening cutscene with Lady.
You know, Devil May Cry 3 is popular for having really great cinematic cutscenes.
Always have. Like, Devil May Cry 1 had a little bit of that, but also I'm gonna use Swordmaster. But Devil May Cry 3 really set that in stone.
But like, yeah, that's it.
Fair. Controls are kind of simple with this one.
Like, I'll be very honest, like, as much as I love, you know, this franchise, with Devil May Cry 3 in particular, I was just chasing.
With me both. Like, I played these games in a weird order. Okay, okay. Devil May Cry 3 was to be remade. There's so much they could do with it. One of my favorites.
To get to the cutscenes immediately, there are some things that I am like
Fee about.
I did not like the entirety of Timonigrou. Like, okay, yep, that's it.
You hater, you. Like, how can you not like the tower? It's pretty cool with architecture.
Honest opinion, you know. Ooh,
No, but still.
flip, yeah.
I always say the combat in 3 is amazing, though.
You know what? Like, good for them. Like, you know, this is during the time that, you know, video games,
At their peak.
you know what, as a form of media, is still not quite taken seriously.
Biggest understatement of the year, Celeste, but go on.
You know, even though it already had like technological and even artistic leaps during this time period.
Yeah, but compared to what they can do now, though, there's so much more. And I feel like these games could even be reworked.
So yeah, I think overall DMC3 is a very good game.
Well, yeah, the fact that they managed to go from the travesty that is Devil May Cry 2 to this is a miracle all on its own.
No. I think my favorite missions in the entirety of Devil May Cry 3 are the beginning missions.
And it's a good thing we're playing one of your favorites. If I can get past this without dying.
Once we're inside Timonigrou, like after, you know, Cerberus and
We will meet them in part 2, so don't spoil it.
Lady and Dante getting introduced.
And speaking of like Lady and Dante, their dynamic in this game is a lot better handled than it is in the anime. It's still rough, but it's kind of forced to be rough in the anime.
By the tower, I was having like a difficult time figuring this place out.
I will
Like,
say the layout of the tower is a bit confusing, but it's kind of like the RPD to some extent.
you know, at this time, I guess I didn't think that there would be some kind of puzzles and backtracking. Like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, Devil May Cry 1 and 2 had them, but like,
1 handled it like Resident Evil, and 2 was just 2, so...
I can already tell. Looks like this is gonna be one hell of a party!
I made it
Like,
through.
with the first few chapters, like, okay, I thought it's going to be, you know, the first time I've played Devil May Cry 3, I thought it's going to be action oriented more so.
Well, it is, but it's not at the same time.
And it is, but like I could not survive Teminigu on my very first try.
Sounds like a skill issue. I'm just kidding.
Well, anyway, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, because you played the game way before I did.
Just like I was 13 or 14, like
Both seniors, we're both old.
like yeah.
With mission 1 done, let's get into 2.
Damn it! You guys totally wrecked my shop, and I haven't even named it yet! You're gonna pay for that. I hope you all have enough to cover all this.
Oh, it's time to get the first needle drop of the game. Let's get into this.
Figuring things out with this franchise as I go.
You and me both. Like, they're still trying to figure out what to do with this franchise. And also, like, they had the mangas and you had a bunch of other stuff. You had Virgil releasing the 7 Deadly Sins, which you're finding, like, mini versions of them in this game, which is awesome. But I think, like, in the prequel manga, that kind of sets up the cutscene that you have in this game with Special Edition. Isn't that right? Like,
When Virgil was introduced to us here in Devil May Cry 3, like, was he also underground with the tower?
likely, considering he had to unlock it somehow and there was, like, a final challenge.
Like, he's standing at the rooftop.
The only way to explain that would be the roof is actually where the final challenge was located with the 7 Deadly Sins, and that's how it rises up, because that's where he was.
Like, I guess he can survive.
He'll get sliced in half a little bit and literally gets killed multiple times. Of course he's gonna survive.
Going through cement
Dante, his brother, has survived far worse than cement.
with his head, right?
Yeah, but...
Like, he can survive the rubble coming down at him.
well, considering what happens to him later in the series, it's not too much of a stretch. Ooh, got it.
As the tower, you know, erupts out of the ground.
Plus, it's a demonic tower made by their father. I'm pretty sure he would have some type of protection from the damage anyways. Arkham leads him to the chamber underground,
Yeah.
so it makes sense for him to fight one of the Sins down there.
That was my first thought. As cool as it is to see that, I was like, wait, was he underground with the entire tower too?
In the cutscene we got, yeah.
Like, anyway, I don't need to think about too much of this.
Obviously, like, if you try to overthink about it and explain it, it's gonna make less and less sense.
Like, cinematic, and also makes me question the supernatural laws of demon physics.
Well, fuck physics. This is DMC. And our first mini-boss. Hello, Hell Vanguard. Honestly, I love the design of this thing, but I really wish it had more attacks. It's pretty awesome, in fact. I prefer this over the Pinnacle of Combat version.
I barely saw any Pinnacle of Combat stuff, to be very frank, so... Oh no, I'm a casual. Oh.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I actually streamed it recently, and it was a bit of an awful experience, so...
See me. But anyway, OG Hell Vanguard already looks terrifying. He looks cool. Yeah, it's ghostly, very ghostly. And it's a play on those skeletal Grim Reaper looks.
Yeah,
you
the
know?
Grim Reaper influence is evident.
You know, for a game more than 20 years old now.
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty great animation overall.
I can
Yeah,
agree there.
pretty good enemy design. Okay, like you know, for any other fans out there, but like the Pinnacle of Combat Hell Vanguard looks like a Darksiders character ripoff. There,
I actually can't agree with that.
I'm sorry, and this is someone from this is coming from someone who doesn't see a lot of Darksiders content either. Yeah.
Well, you don't, but I do, and I can actually agree with that.
All right,
because he kind of
all
does.
Yeah. I mean, I don't recall if you said anything about that, but whatever. But
Well,
yeah,
you got a point, if I'm being honest. It's almost dead. Almost dead.
It's been nearly a year since we last met. Where does the time go? No doubt you've got some fun planned for me. Right, Virgil?
There we go, and that was awesome.
I'm gonna make the Knuckles impression meme, like the Knuckles meme
No,
impression,
no.
where he's doing the approval thing. I don't know.
Okay, fair enough on that one. And what ranking will I get? An A. Well, that's a first considering my grades. I hope you guys enjoyed part 1 of this walkthrough series.
Yeah, I just want to say thanks for having me again. It's actually a blast from the past. Just looking, seeing people play Devil May Cry 3 all the time. I don't have any of the HD collections. Like I'm the type of person to just look forward to new releases. Not every game, but like I really like that's under my budget, right?
You and me both.
So enjoy Devil May Cry 3, and again, thanks for having me.
You're welcome, and honestly, it was great having you on. I plan on doing more walkthroughs with you sometime in the future.
RMX, anyone looking into Devil May Cry, just have a good time.
Indeed,
Yeah?
and check out her channel. Links are in the description.
See you.
Bye-bye.